Hey, morning, folks. Hope everyone's doing all right. Happy Monday, and we are looking at quite a busy week ahead with the Fed due to announce rate decision in 2 days' time. So, a really quick one actually in terms of can't really say much with market moves. So generally, we've seen equity sort of just taking a pullback, some stuff going on in the property market in China, but nothing that I would be mentioning because it doesn't sort of like play out towards price action. To me, what I feel is like it's not the main macro mover if you were trading European and US markets, although it could be matters that could be important down the line, but not as of now. So what is the biggie right now would be you know the Fed, obviously. The dollar index over here have on the chart. What we're seeing here is we're holding above this 7th of July, sorry, 7th of June, sorry, 6th of July low, and seeing a bit of base made here. So 106s seem to be where we are currently seeing that floor in terms of where the pricing in the Fed is happening. So the high would be obviously about 109s, there and thereabouts, but very important to note that this 106's level is being held at this point in time. So if we see a slip back below beforehand, I wouldn't I would discount the fact that it could just be a bit of profit taking, ahead of the decision itself. So if this does go lower to trade about this resistance price, 105,476s, or the 105 handle, it could just be then if we do get whatever we've been trying to price in, so basically status quo, and then we could rally back to 106s. Given that, thinking of that, then, that is how you would be looking to price in other assets. That is dollar denominated and has a strong correlation to it, including, I saw this, early doors quite interesting with the fact that Aussie, we broke through the 2022 sort of floor down here, this massive range for the year, basically, that we've established, but we are now back trading above these prior lows, which, for I think this was about 2 weeks of just having a hard time trying to get back up, really. Um, I'm not going to touch on equity so much. We are just seeing a bit of reprieve before the Fed announcement, but crude oil has been trading lower. We are down, north of $1 today, and this is due to recessionary fears, and which is kind of what is happening in basically the euro money markets. We had a 50 basis point hike, first in 11 years, but not seeing much of an action. They're really underwhelming stuff, and this is because they are citing that, oh, by the end of the day, the German economy is shrinking. It is already shrinking, and these hikes are to combat inflationary measure, basically really hot inflation figures, into an economy that is pretty much heading for a recession. Um, that is pretty much it, to be fair. So again, I did mention this gold chart. Oh, it's not even bringing all the way through. I did mention this gold chart last week. We are still trading positively on this market. And if if one would be saying, oh yeah, that is because, recessionary fears or whatnot. But the thing is, we haven't seen that really. But it is nice to see that we are back above, we're not above anywhere, but holding above the 17,000 handle before we then potentially would look to uh, getting back up. We are so far away from the prior 2022 lows over here. This bit of price action which we broke through and just could not get back up really. So let's see if we can continue to trade. Probably the first test I would think would be around this area here, 1750 spot eights, before going back to test the prior 2022 lows, which could potentially, in trading terms, could be a great short area, really, with a stop above that 1800s, given that basically fits your risk profile and, risk measures. Um, Another one to mention is this T-Note daily chart. So very technical stuff. We are now closing in to test this 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 4 months worth of price action, and this is the basically ceiling for the time being. So if we can break through, I would think a nice, longer term op on this could be a nice swing trade to be fair, because T-notes have been known to be very technical. So a break and a retest, a classic long on this would make a lot of sense. Similar to this Aussie, if you do get back a test on this prior low, on these prior lows here, I would think a decent long could be had, we do, given we don't see this push further, which I don't think in the next 2 days would happen. I think if we talk about common sense, this might just take a little bit pullback, a bit of consolidation going on before the Fed announcement. That is it from me today. For anything else, just hit me up in the comments or in the Discord room. We are running a 1 month free trial period, so do make use of that. This is Reed, bringing you the daily briefing. Have a good session ahead. Cheers.